life into something that you can never own.
Hello, Sagittarius. Here is your reading for the week of January 1st through about the 7th. Obviously, take what resonates and what doesn't, just doesn't. These are generals. So let's get started. Let's see what the cards have for you. Okay, one card for my Sagittariuses. Oh. Okay. And I need a reversal for my Sagittariuses. And I need your recommendations for my Sagittariuses. Okay, guys, so in your recent past position, you have the Hangman, which indicates that you might have actually taken a pause. It also indicates that seeing things from a different perspective, like he's hanging himself purposely because he's trying to take a pause and just see things from a different way. And in your current position, you have the Two of Pentacles, and this is all about juggling, like juggling responsibilities and everything, and you're juggling it. It typically indicates that you're doing it well, but you're always one step away from dropping the ball. And in your near future position, the Four of Swords here, this indicates that you could be deciding to take a break, or you're going to have to take a break because you may be wearing yourself out. I recently had to take a break because I was wearing myself out and I was getting the Four of Swords. I was like, no, I don't have time to take a break. And then I got sick. It was like, no, you're taking a break now. So I was like, okay, well, what can I do? But then once I kind of got better or whatever, it was just like, I was just overly exhausted. I think that was what the problem was. I came back much stronger, feeling great, and I was able to really see things in a new way of doing things, in a sense, because I had that moment away from everything, and I was actually be able to come back a little bit more effective. So you might be going through the same situation. Now, the Two of Cups in your challenging reverse position can indicate there's some kind of disconnect. Something is not really aligning correctly. This could be in love, but this also could just be in aspects of your life. Something is not really harmonious. Things are not really as fluid as you would like them. They're not really flowing in such a great way. And now what is recommended for you is the Page of Pentacles. Now the pages, they're students, but they're also, it could indicate good news is coming in, but they're learning. They're still dedicated to kind of learning their craft. And I think this is saying that I think you might be under some stress, Sagittariuses, but I think you're starting to see, or you've recently seen things in a new light. Maybe you're realizing that, I have a lot going on. I'm not going to be able to sustain all of this over the long term. I need to start figuring out a better way to manage everything. And I think you are managing things, but I think you definitely know you need to take a break. You definitely know something has to change because either you're headed for a burnout or you just need to lighten your load a little bit. And your challenging card would indicate that I think you're having problems figuring out how to do that, like how to kind of restructure things in an effective way or delegate things to other people who are able to handle them. I think you're kind of not quite sure, because the Cups is a little bit more about emotions and everything. So maybe you could be feeling guilt that you might have to do this. You might feel that you're not fully trusting somebody else if you have to delegate something to. There might be this inner kind of feeling down on yourself that you can't handle it all as well, because that could be like you could feel guilty that, oh, I should be able to do everything, but we're not like superhuman people, so sometimes we have to do what we can for our own health and everything. But the Page of Pentacles, to me, with him being a Pentacle cards, because Pentacles is all about practicality, I think this is saying that you're gonna find a different way about doing something that's going to be more efficient. But I think because the pages are students to me, so it could be that you might have some bumps in the road as you're transitioning into this new system of running your life or whatever. But if you keep up with it and you keep troubleshooting and figuring out, well, what worked, what didn't work, I think you're going to actually manage to be fine. So I definitely think this is saying that try different things to lighten the load. And in the long run, you're going to be better, because I definitely think you have a lot going on right now. But I definitely think you need to watch that you're not going to burn yourself out. But you might need to take a break. Sometimes if you take a little break, you come back a little bit more refreshed as well. But I definitely think with the Two of Cups here in reverse, it could be that you need to figure something out, because whatever this is may not be sustainable at the rate or pace you're doing it over the long term. Okay, so let's see what else we get for you guys. Ooh, so you got Wolf Spirit, turn knowledge into wisdom. Okay, and Pink Opal, be kind to yourself. And what do we got over here? Okay, so you know what? I'm going to take this top one, and then this one fall on the floor. Okay. Okay, so you have Girl Talk, time with friends, moving on, happy, single, living in the moment, having fun. And you have soulmates, soul connection, partnerships, agreements, soul contracts. So, let me get one more thing. Okay, reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. Okay, so let me see here. Let me see here. Okay, so with the Wolf Spirit, turn knowledge into wisdom. I definitely feel that, especially because the Page of Pentacles here, and he's, a student a little bit. He's a practical kind of student. I definitely think that I think you have some type of understanding or skill set or base knowledge of something that could be beneficial to you. So I think as far as you turning it into wisdom is kind of almost like turning it into a practical application. So I think if you have an idea about how you're going to manage certain aspects of your life, or this could be work, relationships, whatever it is, how you're going to manage certain things a little bit more effectively, I think you need to now take that idea and knowledge and translate that into actual practical application. And then I think that's where the Page of Pentacles is going to come in, because it's going to be a little bit of, I don't say trial and error type of situation, but as soon as you implement something new, you start to learn, well, what worked, what didn't work. So it might be something that you need to implement certain aspects and kind of just, it's like a science project. You got to see what works, what doesn't work, and what needs to be reevaluated, and maybe what aspects need to be adjusted. So I definitely think you have the knowledge. I just think you need to actually implement the new system or whatever you wanted, the new method that you want to do with your life. Now, be kind to yourself. I definitely feel that you have a lot going on. So this is just saying that, with the Four of Pentacles, the juggling, and the Four of Swords here or the Two of Pentacles, sorry, and the Four of Swords here kind of being that, you're potentially headed for a breakdown, guys. No, but needing time off. I think this is saying that if you need to take time off, you need to take time off. You got to schedule yourself in. You have to be kind to yourself. You're not a superhero in a sense, And with Girl Talk here, time with friends, moving on, happily single, living in the moment, having fun. I think this is saying that maybe when you're taking a break, you could just go have fun with a friend or something. Because the Two of Cups, to me, this Two of Cups is really saying that you could be this could be a disconnect with a person as well. Like you had a person or a friend or husband, wife, whoever, and you guys really gelled, and all of a sudden now you're not really gelling very well. You're having a little bit of problems or something. Maybe it's all these burdens are kind of weighing down the relationship in a sense. So to me, this could be saying with the Girl Talk, either you two should kind of go have fun, do something different, try to shift yourself out of this kind of burdensome energy. or even go talk to a friend or something, you know, go talk to somebody that you kind of enjoy talking to, and maybe they could kind of, even if you vent, sometimes some people you could just vent to and they just know that you're just having a pissy pants moment and that you just can vent, and they're not going to judge you, and they're not going to be like, oh, you know, they're going to be just like, oh, okay, she needs to bitch, let her bitch, and once you get it out, you're like, okay, I'm better now. So it could be a situation that you need to kind of just like vent to somebody. Now with the soulmates, soul connections, partnerships, agreements, soul contracts, I definitely feel like this is kind of saying reach out to a friend or somebody that makes you feel good or always made you feel good. And with reconciliation, someone from your past is returning to your life. Now, this could even be, let's say you're juggling a lot and then this, this disconnect, it could be somebody is trying to come back. But part of me says that I think this could even indicate, like, if you have a friend that you always are good with, but you haven't talked to in a while, maybe you need to reach out to them. Maybe there's something here that you just kind of feel like you need to talk to them. Because I just feel like with this energy, you have a lot of stress going on. Maybe that person has some kind of valuable information to help you through some of this, because this could be you're facing legal problems. This could be you're facing, you know, financial issues. Maybe they have some base knowledge or something that you can ask them. So I definitely think you're going to get through this. I just think that you need to learn some more about what's going on over here, or you need to implement or figure out a different way how to kind of manage this better, because I don't think you can maintain the rate what you're doing long term with whatever, because you're burning out. Like I said, I burnt out a few weeks ago. I was so stressed out with everything, and I've been kind of going hard for a long time, and I was like, oh, okay, no, I can do it. And it just like hit me. I woke up one morning and I was like, not today. And I stayed in bed. I was like, not today and not tomorrow either. So I wound up really burning out. But I think we have that sometimes. So if you're going to have that, you know, maybe just have that moment. But I think you really need to kind of figure out how to shift out of some of this a little bit and make things work for you. Figure out ways where it's easier for you. Because I think that's what this is saying here, is you need to figure out a different way to handle certain things where it's not so tiresome, especially with the Hangman. I think you're starting to possibly see that, you know, it's too much. It is too much. So, okay, let's continue. Let me get, where's my thing? Where did I put my thing? Oh yeah, let's get the spirit of the dish. Oh no, what am I doing? We need some inspiration quotes. I'm out of it today. I woke up this morning and I'm like, yeah, I don't, usually I'm like super peppy, but today I'm like, I don't know. Okay. Oh, okay, these two came out for you. You are confined only by the walls you build yourself, and having a soft heart in a cruel world is courage, not weakness. Now, I think this wall here is saying that whatever you're doing and you're kind of struggling with a little bit, that you have options, that there's different ways, like you're not really boxed in. You may feel like you're boxed in, because sometimes when you have a lot of burdens or whatever, you just kind of feel like, oh, all these responsibilities are on my shoulders. But I think you have options. And having a soft heart in a cruel world is courage, not weakness. Now I wonder if that could indicate this Two of Cups, because Two of Cups in the upright position can indicate that you had a really good flow with somebody or something. Something was flowing really well. And this flow could even be about your responsibilities. But now something's happened where you're hitting obstacles. Things are not going great. So I think some of you might be feeling, I don't want to say that you were taken advantage of, or you might be feeling like, oh, it's me. And this is saying, I would say that I don't think the circumstances are really you. I think sometimes circumstances come up and they're a pain, but I think that you need to remind yourself that you're doing what you can, you know? So to me, that's what this is saying. Okay, let's see What else we got for you guys? So for your dinner and a movie recommendations, you have action movies and barbecue food. And then for your, you have here Taurus, which is, they're very stable. They represent kind of like stability. And you have Capricorn, which is very work orientated. That's a very work orientated sign and everything. So, and then you have the Sun here, which is all about ego, individuality, and confidence. And then you have Neptune here, which is about like kind of vision, creativity, and it also can be about illusions. So there might be something where you're not seeing the full picture on 100%. You might be so tunnel vision that you don't really fully see. But I think what the Hangman here is, I think you're starting to see, or you're coming into that, you know, you're kind of like starting to kind of have some inclinations. I don't know what I would say. I gotta think about that hold on a second here. Inclining. I don't even know if inclining is technically a word. I'm just making words up. I think I need to have another cup of coffee. That's what I'm. that's what the cards say for me. More coffee. Oh, I think I forgot to do this. I am all over the place today, Sagittarius. I am so sorry. Let me put this here. I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do this in a second. Okay. I forgot what I was saying now. I think you're starting to be inclined to realize that. The Hangman here, you know, you're starting to see things a little bit differently. I think that's what I'm trying to say. Eventually I get there, guys. Eventually I get there. Okay, so, and you also have the first house, which is about appearance, ego, interests, and the self. When I think a lot of this is saying that you need to start kind of taking a little self-care a little bit. Like, I think you have a lot going on, but throw yourself in there as well. You know, yourself is not a burden to you. So, and you have the third house, which is about communication, intellect, communities, and relationships. So I definitely think there's some kind of relationship responsibility aspect here too. Let's do your, dinner and, oh my God, guys, I'm gonna have coffee after this. And I don't even know. I think the first cup I had just didn't kick in quite yet. Let's do your food fortunes here. I'm gonna get through this. I'm sorry, guys. I am gonna get through this. You're gonna get through this too. So, okay, what do we got? Oh, this one came right out. Oh my God, you have the Islander, which is the canned meat. You have the Spam. So for some of you, Spam might have something to do with something. I don't really know. I'm not quite a fan, but I have a friend that swears by the stuff. So whatever works. Now I'm throwing things on the floor. Okay, so let's get some numbers and letters. Okay, so you have N, L, P, X, and you have 1 and 3. Okay, and I got 2. You have faith and accept. So I honestly think what the accept here is kind of saying that you might need to accept your limitations in a sense. You might be trying to do too much, and you might need to start accepting that you're trying to do too much and you have to kind of restructure. So sometimes that's kind of hard, and sometimes we get down on ourselves. It's like, oh, why can't we do this? We should be able to do this. But we only have so many hours in the day. There's only so many hours in the week, and there's only so many hours in the year. And it might be you have to kind of accept that you might need to either cut certain things out, restructure other things, or just kind of come about it in a different way. And faith, I think faith is important here for you guys, because I feel like you have to have faith that somehow you're going to figure it out and you're going to be okay. It's going to work out in the end. So let me see. Let's try this little charmy thingy. I got these little charms. So let's see what I get for you. Okay, so you have the little, what is this, like the horse seesaw thing? What would this be? I don't know if you can see this. My lighting here is not very good today. I gotta fix that. It's kind of one of those like child horses on goes like this, like a seesaw. I don't know if you can see. Anyway, so you got this horse toy, child toy. And I think this is what this is. You know what? I think this is kind of going with the 2 of Pentacles, because like it goes back, the kid sits on it, and it like goes back and forth, right? Like this, right? So I think you're kind of in the seesaw realm where you keep having to kind of juggle things, and you're kind of, okay, 1 minute I'm over here doing this, the next minute I'm over here doing this. And that's what you're kind of been doing. And this toy only works effectively if you don't put too much force on it. Because if you go too much force, you're going to tip it over, right? And you're going to get hurt. So I think you're in this balancing act, and you have this Two of Pentacles here, which is really this balancing act. And I think there's a real message saying that, you know, you're one push or one motion away from almost tipping over. And I think the Four of Swords is a good indication that you need to you need to take a rest. Maybe you need to get off the seesaw for a second, take a break, because you're just you have a lot going on right now. So I definitely think, to me, that's what that represents for this reading, is that you're juggling, but I think this could indicate there could be a better way to manage some of this stuff. Okay, guys, I think... Oh, no. Sagittarius, here I am. I just came unprepared today. Everything's here for me to do, but I don't know. I'm just forgetting things left and right today. Okay, guys, it is time now for the Magic 8 Ball. Think of your question and let us ask. Here we go. Oh, mystical, magical 8 Ball, the mightiest ball of all the balls in the world. What is the answer to Sagittarius's question? It says, without a doubt. There you go, guys, go. I hope you have a wonderful week. Thank you. If you made it to the end of this, thank you very much. And I am sorry. I just don't know. Today is just one of those days. It's okay. It should be a good day. It's just looking a little crummy outside. Maybe it's just like, I don't know, my brain is fried. But I actually did enjoy this reading very much. But I'm going to go have another cup of coffee, and I'm going to try to get in the flow. Again, I thought I was in the flow, and then all of a sudden the flow had left me. But okay, guys, I will talk to you later. I hope you have a wonderful week. Bye.